That's how it works. An eye for an eye. It's called vendetta.
That.
Hello FPL managers, yes, we're back again with another video for the Fantasy Premier League 2021-22 season. It's the Game Week 35 preview. We're going to be taking a quick look at our Game Week 34 and how terribly we did. It was a shocking game week, and we're going to take a look at our transfer plans for Game Week 35. If you viewed our video last week, you already know what our transfers are going to be, but we're just going to run through all that once again. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 400 subscribers before the season runs out, so help a brother out. Click that red button and let's get straight into business. So this is how we ended up in game week 34. We went with Dubravka in goal, and that was a good one. He had a clean sheet against Norwich. Our defense of James and Laporte blanked, as well as Mitchell, who didn't even show up on the squad for the game against Leeds. I think he took a knock and wasn't in the squad, so he didn't benefit from the clean sheet against Leeds. So we went with Mateta up front. He blanked as well, so it was really hurtful one for me. I wish I had that clean sheet points, would have been a little bit helpful. Trent got a clean sheet, but he had a yellow card, so 5 points for him. Saka took another penalty, so that was a good one, and had an assist in the Manchester United game, so 13 points for him. Salah had an assist, so doubled up to 12 points, and that was it for the game week. Everybody else blanked. Our doublers, Reece James and Mason Mount. Reece James didn't feature for the first game, and the second game he blanked, so it was a really bad game week for me. Eventually we ended up with 53 points. Broya came in with 1 point to make it 53, but we took a -4 hit, so that brought us all the way down to 49 points in total, and that took our rank down all the way to 94k. Really hurtful one. Sitting down and thinking how the hell we allowed our rank to drop this far. And when you really think about it, we haven't really been making bad choices. Okay, our last transfer last week was Lacazette out and Rafinha out. Lacazette, of course, taking him out isn't a bad decision. We brought in Mateta, who we thought could probably get something in the game, so that move got us more points than we would have had if we did nothing, so it wasn't really a bad decision. Bringing in Mason Mount instead of and taking out Rafinha, that was also another move that got us more points. It just didn't yield enough points to make a difference, and that I think is what is really hurting our ranks. I think this game week a lot of FPL managers benefited from bringing in Alonso, so we went for the Chelsea defender who didn't feature, and the other one really did well with 19 points. A few managers even captained him, so kudos to those guys. Beginning of the season, we had Alonso in our team, and he wasn't doing so well. James was the one flying, and we took Alonso out. Now we brought Reece James in, and it's Alonso who's flying, so it's just one of those things you have to deal with in FPL. So this is the team, and this is how we finished. And as for our transfer plans, you already know how it is. We've brought in Matty Cash. That was the plan we had all along. So Matty Cash comes in, and he's going to be facing Norwich at home. So this is our lineup for game week 35. We have Ramsdale in goal. He's away to West Ham. Trent Alexander-Arnold away to Newcastle. He may be rotated because they're still trying to get into the Champions League final. So don't be surprised if one of Alexander-Arnold or Robertson doesn't start. Just set up your bench in a way that at least you're not completely hampered by any rotations. The rest of the defense is Matty Cash, of course, at home to Norwich. Laporte away to Leeds, another player who may or may not be rotated, but he is more likely to start because I don't think Manchester City have that many centre backs left. Reece James, we're gonna go with Reece James, another player who may be rested, but I'm hoping that he starts the Everton game. That'll be a good game to get some points, hopefully. In midfield, we have Saka away to West Ham. West Ham, another team who is in need of centre backs. They're struggling to get right now into the Europa League final. They lost the first leg, so they're gonna need all their big guns for that second leg. So we're thinking probably they're gonna have to rotate, and that would mean fielding a weaker team against Bukayo Saka. So Saka would be benefiting from that. Coutinho at home to Norwich is another very good asset that I hope would pay off, because these aren't really bad players. It's just we have to make sure that we're catching them just at the right time in order to get those points, those huge hauls. Mount away to Everton and Salah away to Newcastle completes our midfield, and our forwards are gonna be Kane at home to Leicester City. You know how well Kane really does against Leicester whenever he faces them. I think he has about 16 goals in 13 appearances, so it's a team that he really does well against. And Broja at home to Crystal Palace is the other forward. Now there is a chance that I might be taking out Broja and playing Anthony Gordon at home against Chelsea, and I know I don't like playing my attackers against my defenders, but I may have to do something left field in order to have my fortunes change. So Gordon might be someone who would benefit from Everton trying to fight their way out of that relegation zone. Okay, if you have Richarlison, then he's going to be a very good asset to play between now and the end of the season as a forward. But I've got Anthony Gordon, and I brought him in especially because of the double-double they have in game week 36 and 37. But I may be tempted to play him ahead of Broja, who hasn't been doing very well these past few games. So Anthony Gordon is one pick that I may be thinking about getting in. Another thing I might be doing is switching my captaincy to Coutinho at home to Norwich. In fact, I put it up on Twitter that if I got a certain number of likes, I'm gonna be switching my captain from Kane to Coutinho. And the reason I'm doing that is my season seems to be turning out to be a not so good one, and if we're gonna crash and burn, I might as well have some fun while we do that. So that's how it's gonna be. My captain at the moment is going to remain on Kane, and if that happens, I'm going to let you guys know on Twitter, of course, that I'm going to be switching. So this is the team that I'm going to be featuring for game week 35. Of course, you already know what our plans are going to be for game week 36, 37 and 38. So if you don't, check our last video. I explained all that quite clearly, what our transfers are going to be. If there are going to be any changes, of course, I'm going to let you guys know. So for now, this is how the team is going to look, and all there's left to do is to wish you guys good luck, have fun, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.